your team number, that will be the team you're competing with tomorrow, which we'll learn more about tomorrow. So from here, you'll go get checked in, get your room number, they'll also get you a map so you can get oriented, and then also make sure you ask them about the optional shooting competition we have going on tomorrow. We got a fun prize for whoever wins.
Yes, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
First thought when I saw the advertisement was, man, I'd give my left arm to go to something like that. Second thought was, whoa, $1,500 Texas. Well, I guess that's not going to happen. Then the third thought, well, why not?
Rob, there's your badge. We'll lay you there for you.
We're excited to have everyone here. This has literally been a dream, I know, in my heart, and I'll let Todd talk in a second. This has been a dream. This is going to be an incredible week. God's going to move this week. I believe that you guys are going to get something that not just from me, but from each other that you could have never got anywhere else. So that's what I got to say.
Man, I got plenty to say, but I'm going to try to save some of it. But the only thing that really matters to me right now is that this didn't happen easy for anybody.
Right.
Everybody here is super, super invested in this. And so I think that's cool. We've already won. We're here. And so if you needed to win, you know, just go ahead and say, we did this because we're here right now. You guys can see what's going on right here. This is the first time this horse ever been in a trailer. Wasn't really sure what to do about getting the halter on him. So he's never seen anything other than the place he grew up on. So normally you don't get to see this part, but what I want to give here is a picture, because Jesus was really good at painting pictures and giving illustrations so that people would understand spiritual principles in some real natural ways. This horse doesn't necessarily have anything wrong with him other than his whole life has been ruled by his instincts. Everything that he can see and everything that he can touch, everything he can smell, whatever he perceives, that's his only reality. Because he's never been trained, he's never been taught anything, he's left to these instincts. The Bible said that by our own nature, we were born into a place of sin. Sin was it was just living a human life that we just lived off our own instincts. It wasn't just that we were doing bad things. He said by our own nature that we were opposed to God. He doesn't even know what he's feeling right now other than what he's been taught to feel. It's inside him. So if you could, before we get too far, I want every one of you to just ask Holy Spirit, hold our hands right now. Say, Holy Spirit, we give you permission this weekend to do whatever you want to do in our lives.
Jesus, your presence is the comfort of my soul. There's nowhere I'd rather be when you're singing over me. I just wanna be here with you. I'm lost
that was phenomenal. That is an image that will stay in my mind forever, which I'm so grateful for. Just seeing the way that he reflected how the Father leads us and interacts with us, and then how he reflected how we can do that with people around us. It has changed my perspective on how I will do life, how I'll parent, how I'll be a husband. Like when I look at how he works with that horse and how he is so consistent and how he comes back so persistently, and I realize that I can do that with my kids and I can change their lives, and this will change my parenting forever. I stood before I left and I said to my wife, as she was heading out somewhere, and I stood there and I said, look at this is the last time you see this man, and I fully believe I'm going back a totally different man.
I want you to understand the depth of how lost this horse was, separated, hopeless, without my pursuit of him. It was the release of all of his past and all of his own instincts that made it possible for him to become one with me. So whoever it is, whatever it is that you're holding bitterness against, let's just clean house before we go anywhere. Forgiveness is a big, big deal. It's why it is that you and I have the right to be sons of God. Father, if there's bitterness in my heart towards anyone, let me see the face. I want nothing to stand between you and I. Thank you that your forgiveness has given me a right standing, that I get to be a joint heir, a son of a promise.
We're starting. Oh, I just needed a little bit of mothering. All right. And I feel like we're about to take off. You hear that? You hear that wind? We learn things in life at a very young age that dictate how much risk we're going to take, how confident we are, what we think our gender is, how we feel like the world sees us, what we have permission to do. That was all decided when you were young. They say that you become what you think the most important person in your life thinks of you. They say that you become what you think the most important person in your life thinks of you. They also say that by the time you reach your adolescence, you already know who you are in this world. Well, think about it. Who's the most important person in your life when you were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old? Who was it?
What surprised me was the level of brotherhood that immediately took place. In most places I've been, there's been a lot of measuring, of men and stuff, and whenever you get to a place, there's a lot of measuring. There was no measuring here. It was all open. I was immediately accepted. I didn't know anybody when I came here.
3 rounds in it. Okay, for every round that you fire, you're gonna have to pump the gun. Okay.
1.
There you go, pump it. Pull it back. Forward. There you go.
Come on, Tyler.
Yeah, pump it.
That's right.
Boys, that was awesome.
Wow, was amazing.
Yeah.
Remember this whole time watching them.
Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna have 2 team members. One on this side, one on this side. You're both throwing tomahawks.
46 seconds.
Wait.
Good try.
Nice. Go, retrieve.
I've never seen openness and hunger from a group of men ever before like this. And then part that impacted my life the most was there was a call for anxiety to be broken off of people, and for loneliness to be broken off of people. And I've struggled with those 2 things for like the last 10 years of my life, basically ever since I graduated high school. But I've always downplayed them, and part of it was pride, just like, oh, I don't struggle with that. You know, I'm kind of puffing myself up, and that, you know, I'm too strong for that. And but I would mask it with humor, or just like isolating myself so no one could get close. And but it weighed down on me over the last 10 years. So when that call was given, the Lord told me it's time to stop playing games.
I had gone through a season of my life where I'd gone through a divorce, kind of regrouping, was a single dad. And one of the things that I identified was some non-negotiables that I wanted not only for me, but I wanted in my life, period. One of them was a real devotion to God, and it's not that I didn't have that, but it was right where I wanted like an authentic relationship with Him. The second one was a commitment to personal growth, and really realizing just who I was. We don't always get the benefit of emotional maturity being raised, and it's not that they were defective or bad parents by any means. I had a good childhood, but they just didn't know what they didn't know. And the third one was really being involved with people that understood the horse industry, and especially in if I pursued a new relationship and a marriage, I wanted my wife to understand that. And so I had ran across this advertisement, and we had some plans made that fell through, and this weekend became available, and those were really the 3 components that existed in this. Let's go see what it's about.
There's 2 ways to live. You can spend your life reacting to what you don't want to be, or you can spend your life responding to the vision God's given you for your life. Here's the challenge. To react to what you don't want to be, you have to keep in mind what it is you don't want to be. You become what you see at the watering hole of your imagination.